I'm Siobhan and I've got you on top of my fridge. Welcome back to another episode of Siobhan's Getting It Together. Or Getting It Together. Let's go with Getting It Together. And I feel like Getting It Together is pretty fitting considering what I was talking about in the last episode, which was around me trying to do up project makeover on myself and rebrand myself, and also like whilst trying to change my life, do a side hustle that will be a passive income. And we're gonna go with self-publishing my very own poetry book because I'm a poet. Yes, I said it, I'm a poet. Before I was just saying, oh, I do poetry. No, baby, I'm a poet. The whole series is just about me trying to be in competition with myself, compete against myself, and trying to up the levels. Felt like getting it together would be quite fitting. And I'll be honest, up until now, by the way, I've got my book. I got my book with my notes in them, so you know that I'm serious, because this time I'm actually going to stick to my notes and not just be talking. Let me check the time actually, because I've got work soon. Yeah, up until now I've basically been winging it in terms of doing this whole self-publishing thing. I haven't had a plan or a strategy. I've just been kind of like, you know, going along, doing what I do. And a bit of design here, a bit of artwork here, a bit of manuscript, you know what I mean? But I haven't actually had a real plan. So it's been difficult. It has, because you have to wear so many different hats, and I have been wearing quite a few hats, and it's a lot to juggle. So let me just reel off some of the hats that I've written down. Okay, so these are the ones that I've been wearing so far, and I also got a list of hats I probably have to wear in the future. So let's start off with the ones that I've been wearing so far. So first of all, we've got down designer, editor, proofreader, marketer, researcher, financial advisor. What do I know about finances, please? And project manager. Okay, and then the ones that I'll probably have to wear at some time: publisher, me, hey, public relations specialist, customer services, just all-round salesperson. Doing it at the same time, it was just a lot to manage for me, and I felt like that was part of the reason why I was sort of like holding myself back, because I was sort of getting lost in the source of what it was that I was trying to be doing. And also, like, let's not even talk about the whole thing of like imposter syndrome. Like, I wasn't even believing that I was wearing these hats correctly. I was just like, yeah, I'm winging it, and I kind of wasn't taking myself seriously. But it's like, if you're doing it, seeing is believing. Okay, so if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. Call a spoon, okay? Doing up editor, I'm doing up designer, is what it is. Like, come test me, come check me. I don't even know what I'm chatting about. You know that the struggle is real when you have to basically call yourself into a meeting, which is what I had to do. I had to call myself into a meeting and say, Siobhan, you need to get serious, or you're going on a disciplinary. I'm not even joking. Oh yeah, I called myself in for a meeting. I basically came up with some plans of action on how I can go from failing to get it together to trying to get it together, which is where I'm at right now. I've got some actions, and I'm on day number 2 of executing those plans, and so far I really like it. So I'm going to share with you what I've changed to try and make myself a bit more savvy, let's say. So my number one issue with myself was the fact that I was poorly prioritizing, and consistency was whack. Okay, I was so inconsistent. Like, I would forget that I was even writing a book. That's how inconsistent I was. Like, 2 weeks would go by and I'm just there like, what can I watch on Netflix? Like, I've run out of things to watch on Netflix, and then I'll be just like flicking through my phone, and I'll see a poem and I'm like, oh my gosh, shock, I was writing a book. Like, what the heck? And I think the biggest issue behind that was if something's not in my face constantly, I would genuinely forget that that was something that I was supposed to be doing. Like, this was something that I had as a child all the time. My parents would always think that I'm trying to get out of doing chores and stuff like that. No, I'd forget. And I used to explain that to them. I'd be like, I forgot that I was supposed to be washing out the dishes. I got distracted with something else. So to stop myself from doing that, I need to have visuals in my face of what the plan is constantly. So yeah, let me get into how I've basically tried to make sure that I can see at all times what the plan is. So the first thing that I did was Asana board. So Asana is something that I use in my day-to-day at work, and I really love using it because it helps me to visualize projects, so the bigger, wider picture of the project, but also it breaks my projects up into smaller sections and manageable sections that I can like easily tick off, and also get that dopamine hit, which I need, of I've done that section of the project, that piece of the pie is done. And I just like how Asana works. So I basically set up an Asana board, and I've included, so first of all, I went on to ChatGPT. Listen, big up ChatGPT, because always comes through. So I went on ChatGPT and I was like, listen, big man, this is where I'm at with my project. Okay, so I've done the artwork for my cover. I haven't got Canva Pro yet, so there's still some things on there that I need to pay for. I've written out all of my poems. I need to transfer them from Word onto Canva. I need to do X, Y, and Z, 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 X, Y, and Z, Z, Z. I basically explained the entire thing, and then obviously ChatGPT came through with the T. I basically said to it, create me a list that is appropriate for Asana, based off of all the things I need to do, including finding a distributor and setting up an account and those type of things, setting up a budget tracker on Excel, like doing spreadsheets, blah, blah, blah. So it created me, sorry, I've got a bit of a tickly one in my throat. It basically created me a long list of all the things that I needed to get done. And that was so good for me because I could actually see, I mean, at first I was like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. But it broke it down into different subheadings and it just broke it down into different sections. So it felt a lot more manageable. So that was the beginning of what I did. Then I went and transferred all of that onto Asana, and I created, so I had the big project, which is creating a self-published poetry book. And then I created individual sections for all of my projects. For my big project, I had individual projects. So I had these individual projects, and then I then underneath that had mini targets that I needed to hit in order to complete that section of the project. I'll insert a video so you can see what I mean, but like, and then I color coded each project so that I had an association with each project. And also the great thing about Asana is you can list your projects, so you can see what the timeline is for each list, which is cool. But then you can also turn your project into a calendar, which really works for me because then I can sort of like see where I'm at in the month and what I should be on. So yeah, that really worked for me so far. I mean, I like Asana anyways. Asana done. And then the plan has been, what I've done is I've taken it from Asana and I've put all of that into a condensed version onto a whiteboard. So I created a whiteboard. Well, I didn't create the whiteboard. I bought the whiteboard. It's an old whiteboard. Why am I giving this background information on my whiteboard? I've got a whiteboard. I created a calendar spread on the whiteboard, and I basically put down each thing from the Asana board day to day so that I had it visually to see what I need to be doing on day to day. Okay. That way, when I'm walking around in my bedroom and I don't have my laptop open or I don't have Asana on my phone, I can see right in front of me, wait, what am I supposed to be on today? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be on that. Yeah. All right, bet. I didn't have none of those visual prompts before. I need visual prompts everywhere that I go. I need them on my forehead to remember that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Stick to it, okay? So I got that visual prompt there with the whiteboard. Then what I do now is using my journal. Each time I go to sleep, only at the night time though. So my big sleep at night. When I go to sleep at night time, before I go to sleep, I will write down in my journal what I have to achieve for the next day based off of what's on that whiteboard. Okay. And so an example of that, I don't even do anything fancy. It's literally just that. Okay. I just write down what I need to achieve according to the whiteboard for the day. And then once I've done that, I go to sleep like that. Just like that, by the way. And once I've gone to sleep and woken up in the morning, I then take out my phone, okay? So I've got my phone now and I go into notes. And I basically will write down the same list that I've got inside of my journal and I'll transfer it over to my notes. And I will add one of those, like, you can add them circles where you can like tick, tick, tick. So I basically add that onto my notes with the list. The reason why I do this is because I need to have something. I have my phone on me all the time. There's never a time that I don't have my phone on me. And by having my phone on me all the time with this list, I can go throughout my day, because I've actually deleted Instagram and Snapchat off my phone because that's how serious I am about this. So now that I don't have Instagram and Snapchat, I ain't got nothing else to be doing on my phone other than be checking my list, okay? I can go on my phone, check my list and tick it off. That gives me the dopamine hit that I need for that moment, okay? So it's like, even if I'm feeling a bit like, I really want to be going and scrolling on my phone, I really want to go on Instagram. No, honey, do something on your list. You ain't got no Instagram no more. So that's what I've been doing. So the moral of the story is I need visual prompts around me all the time. And the fun thing about this is it gives me the dopamine hit that I need in a safe way, in a fun way, that's not going to be detrimental to my health, to my mental health. It's encouraging me to keep active in my brain, and also I know that there's a wider, bigger picture to this at the end of it, and I'm doing things every day that's going to impact that bigger picture. So I'm making it happen day by day, and that's why I like all of the visual prompts. I like the thing on my phone, the notes on my phone, because I can tick things off throughout the day. The whiteboard in my bedroom so that I can see it when I wake up first thing and see it before I go to bed at night, so I can remember what it is that I'm doing, and then I can like cross each day out as it goes. I like the Asana board because I can see the entire wide picture. I can see what I'm working towards, and I can see how I'm slowly getting closer to that. So all of this is all about dopamine, moral of the story, and crossing off lists and visual aids. But yeah, so this is what I'm doing at the minute to go from failing to get it together to actually trying to get it together. And I'm hoping that that trying will turn into doing. So yeah, I just felt like I did a whole heap of talking in a short space of time. But yeah, I hope that this video helps someone, and you know, it's not like the most like innovative approach, but it's working for me so far. Obviously I'm going to check back in. This is a whole 90-day concept and I'm on day number 2, so I'm going to check back in real soon with you guys and let you know where I'm at. I haven't said this yet, but yeah, interact with me. Like, drop down in the comments ways that you guys use to prioritize yourself, because I need all the help I can get, especially like with visual aids. If anyone's got any good visual aids to help them prioritize themselves, let me know. What's the time? Oh, I need to go to work. I'm gonna go now. I'll holler at y'all on the flip side. Peace.